Roberto, I think we should spice up our lives a little bit.
Like our love life?
What? No, our dinner. Every night, all we eat is cacio e pepe or gricia. It's just cheese, peppercorns, pork, every night. I'm getting a little bored.
Oh. You know what? I think I have an idea. Let's learn about that on Bon Appetit. Growing up, when I heard the words pasta, I immediately thought of spaghetti in that red, meaty sauce. Even when I started going out to restaurants and trying different varieties of pastas with new sauces and ingredients, they all still had the same theme: tomatoes. They were all tomato-based sauces. So why is it then that 3 out of the 4 pastas of Rome that we've seen so far, pasta alla gricia, cacio e pepe, carbonara, all of them don't have a single tomato in it? That's because the tomato and chilies, the red pepper flake kind, not the county fair sort, didn't exist in Italy until the 15th or 16th century, when it was brought over from the Americas. Prior to that point, the Amatriciana, the pasta eaten by the shepherds around the city of Amatrice, was actually very similar to what we have in our gricia. It had guanciale, pasta water, and a bit of wine. But when tomatoes and chilies came to Italy, the people of Amatrice jumped on it. Now, these tomatoes didn't look like the ones that we're used to today in our pastas. They likely were a smaller yellow variety, which is actually where we get our word for tomato in Italian, pomodoro, pomo di oro, or apple of gold. But in today's culinary world, the San Marzano tomatoes are considered the tomato of choice for their quality and taste, which we know is key for the pastas of Rome because they have so few ingredients. You want those ingredients to all stand out. Now, if you choose to buy San Marzano tomatoes for this dish, and I highly recommend that you do, then make sure that you're buying legit San Marzanos, not a knockoff. What you're looking for is the DOP label on your can, as well as the DOP seal. If you don't see those, it's not the real deal. Don't get them. But enough about the history. Let's talk about the recipe. In 2015, the deputy mayor of Amatrice, Pier Giuseppe Monteforte, blasted Italian chef Carlo Cracco for revealing his secret ingredient to making the best Amatriciana. Now, what was it that this TV culinary who starred in shows like MasterChef Italia and Italian Hell's Kitchen use? Garlic. This was unacceptable to the mayor's office and to the people of Amatrice, who believe that there are only a select few ingredients that can actually be used in this recipe. According to the mayor and people of Amatrice, the only acceptable ingredients in this pasta are olive oil, spaghetti or bucatini, San Marzano tomatoes, guanciale, red pepper flakes or chili, pecorino, and salt. And if you can actually get your pecorino to be from Amatrice rather than Romano, even better. You'll notice that in the mayor's recipe, we're not using black peppercorns like we did when we made pasta alla gricia or cacio e pepe. And this is because they're replaced by the red pepper flakes or chilies. Now, the reason behind this is because the goal of these pastas of Rome is to elevate and showcase all of the ingredients. And if you were to have black peppercorns and red pepper flakes, the heat would compete with each other. And you'll see this in a lot of Italian dishes. They tend to choose one or the other, rather than having the two flavors constantly in combat. So if you ever see a dish that's doing red pepper flakes and black peppercorns, usually you should choose one or the other. So today we're going to be making the mayor's recipe with a few slight modifications, because I don't need this guy coming after me. All right, let's cook this.
So following the mayor's recipe, we're going to be using 3 to 4 San Marzano tomatoes and liquid totaling 200 grams. 250 grams of bucatini or spaghetti. Think of bucatini as a thicker spaghetti with a hole in the middle for capturing sauce. Good luck trying to slurp it up though. 62.5 grams of guanciale or pancetta. I'm using guanciale for this dish. If possible, try to freeze it for 30 minutes ahead of time so it's easy to cut. 50 grams of finely grated pecorino cheese. This is locatelli, a pecorino romano, but if you can find it, you should get pecorino guazzano from Amatrice. Half a tablespoon of red pepper flakes, and don't skimp and use the ones that come in your pizza. And 25 milliliters of dry white wine. I'm using the Washington Goose Ridge Sauv Blanc, not a sponsor, but call me. To start, we're going to add our guanciale to a pan on medium heat. You can use half a tablespoon of olive oil, but I opt for a tablespoon or two of water here to reduce the amount of fat since it will evaporate as the pork renders. Once it is sizzling, add your red pepper flakes and cook on medium until the fat is rendered and the guanciale has turned a nice golden brown, about 9 minutes. Now, add your wine and scrape the delicious brown bits, also known as fond, from the bottom of the pan. After a minute, add in your San Marzano tomatoes and liquid and stir to mix completely. While they continue to cook, bring a pot of salted water to boil and cook your pasta to 1 minute shy of al dente. For me, that's about 9 minutes. If you see that your sauce is looking thin, feel free to add a little more of the San Marzano liquid to it. When your bucatini is a minute shy of al dente, pull it into the sauce and let it cook for the remaining minute. Turn off your heat and add your cheese to the sauce in small batches as you continue to stir. There you have it, pasta all'amatriciana. Now go through 3 or 4 plates trying to get the perfect swirl until you accept that you're just going to shove it in your face and move on with your life.
All right, so now we've got our pasta made, our bucatini all'amatriciana. So this is following the mayor's recipe. Let's give it a try. Wow, first of all, this is definitely spicier than our previous versions, the pasta alla gricia and the cacio e pepe. The chili peppers here really flourish, but it's brought down by the sweetness and tang of the tomatoes and the pecorino cheese. This is an amazing, simple dish that gives me the red sauce that I remember having as a child, but elevating it to a whole new level. First things first, as you'll probably notice, this pasta has quite a bit less sauce than you might see on more Americanized pastas. And that is generally true of a lot of Italian dishes compared to American versions. If you want, you can double up all the ingredients in the sauce to make it a little bit more sauce forward. And in fact, I have an example of that right here. So as you can see, this one's a little bit more wet, has a lot more of the sauce, a lot more of the ingredients are gonna stand out over the bucatini. I'm gonna be honest with you, I like it saucy, so forgive me, Mayor. We didn't follow Amatrice's mayor's office recipe exactly. We didn't add the olive oil. We mixed the cheese and pasta in with the sauce. But I think this is still a dish that even the mayor would enjoy. It follows all of the things that we've learned so far for the pastas of Rome, and it's built up from cacio e pepe to pasta alla gricia to now bucatini alla amatriciana. I am super excited to try our next one out, pasta alla carbonara. Tell me down in the comments below, what did you think of the mayor's pasta? Please click the bell, hit the like button, and subscribe to our channel for more fun facts and good food at Bob Appetit. Hey, come try.
Yes.
This is the saucy version. That spice it up enough for you?
Yeah.
All right.
Nice and saucy.
Good. Good. My relationship is saved.